Well, good afternoon, friends. Here we are. We're in the town of White Creek in Cambridge, New York. And before us, we have on the screen to your right is Sister Agusta Ann Burgess, better known to us as Gussie, and Susan Stiner, who is her teacher. Susan, would you like to tell us a little bit about your mandolin?
Well, the mandolin I'm playing is a Gibson F9 actually. It's a no frills model, so that kept the cost down. But I just love the tone of Gibson mandolins. It's probably one of the most famous mandolins in America today. Normally played by bluegrass artists.
Okay. And Gussie, could you tell us a little bit about your mandolin? I noticed it's a different shape. If you could tell us a little bit about the shape and how you came to get it.
Yes, my mandolin is a Suzuki, and it's called bowback because it has this rounded feature. And it's named, in Japanese, it's named biwa because we have in Japan a lake that's shaped like this. It's shaped like a biwa. So this is called a bowback mandolin.
And the reason Gussie's talking about we have a lake is because Gussie was one of our missionaries in Japan. Could you tell us a little bit about how you came to have this mandolin, Gus?
Yes, when I went to Japan, I didn't know any Japanese, and it was very hard to communicate. But I found that through music, it was a common thread. So I wanted to play this mandolin. And I bought it there, and I played in the Mie Prefecture guitar mandolin group. Mie Prefecture would be comparable to our county music.
Oh, good.
Like you would have Washington County, we have Mie.
And how did you get to meet Susan?
Well, all my lessons in Japan, of course, were in Japanese. And so I could read the music, but I didn't know anything about what frets were called or anything like that, or where you put your fingers. I learned from it just being in Japanese. So when I came back here, I thought I should learn what it is in English. So I was here one day, and I was talking about I'd like to learn more about the mandolin. I'd like to take lessons. And it just so happened that Michelle Ruland knew, who was PLD at that time, knew about Susan, and she said, I have the perfect person for you. So we were introduced, and
Been playing ever since. That was 6-7 years ago, I guess, right?
Wow. Susan, could you tell us a little bit about your history with the Sisters of St. Joseph?
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, it was kind of a nice matchup because I was taught by the Sisters of St. Joseph's for many years in St. Anne's Grammar School in Syracuse, New York. And at the time, my father was the physician, the family physician for the sisters, as well as the priest of St. Anne's. And I guess you could say I was really nurtured by them musically. They were the ones actually that pushed me to play the guitar and perform at church for the folk masses back in the early 70s. And to sing and dance. I danced on stage, in fact, at the Provincial House back in 71. The Irish Jig. And then we played the guitar, me and a couple classmates. But another Sister Catherine influenced me to go into biology, and today I teach biology at Hudson Valley Community College. I'm a professor over there. So I can thank Sister Catherine and my father, for nurturing the science.
Was that a Sister of St. Joseph, Sister Catherine?
Oh, yeah, Sister Catherine Ann, I believe, or Ann Catherine. We called her Sister Catherine, but she taught 7th grade biology.
Oh, good. And you mentioned your dad was a physician and serviced the sisters. Mm-hmm. Was that also in Syracuse?
Yes, it was. His office was less than a mile down the road, and he often made house calls.
Mm-hmm. And you have good family friends that are Sisters of St. Joseph.
Yes, my mom taught religious ed at St. Anne's, and she was friends with, in particular, I remember Sister Noreen, who probably passed away maybe 10 years ago. She was a great friend of the family.
Yeah.
And my mom used to come up here to the provincial house and visit her.
And also Sister Helen, you mentioned?
Sister Helen and
That's Sister Helen
Palermo.
Helen Palermo.
Yes.
And because St. Anne's is closed now, she resides at Blessed Sacrament in Syracuse.
Yes.
Great. Well, I think we'll let you take a little break from speaking, and then we'll let you tune up, and we'll hear some of your music.